I just was defining it as market segments versus you, I feel like, was a little bit more generalized.
Well, I'm doing more generalized because I see so many companies trying to do the Miller Lite thing.
Yeah,
We got Miller beer. You're already buying beer. Hey, we got this other kind of beer.
right.
And then we got Miller Dark. We're going to do.
Right, but some of that, but I will say to your point, right, some of that's also though how you do it,
It is.
right? And I hate that this is going to end up being a whole podcast about just different companies, but I'm going to give Victoria's Secret as a great example.
Okay.
How did Victoria's Secret change the game in the women's underwear and lingerie market,
By appealing to men
right?
and finding a way to get men into the store.
To come into the store and buy.
Right.
That changed the entire, and I know you were around for that transition.
Yeah. Those of you who don't know, if the husbands bought the wife's underwear, they would buy more than the wife would buy, and the wife was always thinking, well, this is too much, or how am I going to justify this to him? But if he bought it, everything's fine.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're talking about is this weird psychographic that nobody except for Victoria's Secret has kind of
push the males
way to
into trying to make it to where the males want to go buy the lingerie or want to be a part of that process. That was never a thing.
Yeah.
And to me, Victoria's Secret did an incredible job of doing that. They grew a whole new realm of stuff that just did not exist. I mean, pre that time,
Yes.
men did not go buy lingerie for their wives.
Right.
That wasn't a thing.
Right.
Men were not a part of that process. Men did not care about that process. It was just whatever.
Right.
And Victoria's Secret brought in the male demographic, but they didn't lose their female demographic either. And I think the key there was just the way that they did it.
Correct.
Right. I mean, and so to your point, if Miller Lite or Miller had said, hey, Miller Lite is for your wife, or Miller Lite is for your, your buddy who works out with you, so you both can enjoy a Miller, that would have grown the market segment theoretically, versus the way they approached it sounds like was like, hey, if you like this, then you'll like this also. But you're not going to drink more beer.
No.
Like you drink a 6-pack, you drink a 6-pack, you drink a 12-pack, you drink a 12-pack. You're not going to drink, you're not going to double the amount of beer you drink because of whatever.
Right. You're not going to make half of it this and half of it that.
And so I think if they had defined it better as like, hey, this is for this group, this is for this type of person, so buy this for them, then you get them to buy it for the parties, for the events, for the camping trips, etc. And then now those friends become buyers of Miller Lite versus a different, beer option.
Right.
But I just want to throw that out there. I think you can grow your market segment under the same name. You just need to make sure that you associate why and how.
Right. And
how those market segments coincide with each other.
Right. But what people say is, I'm a chiropractor. If I add massage, that's kind of similar. Okay, so that's good.
Sure.
Okay, but now I want to add a medical doctor.
But here's the problem: is I think massage is even those two, right?
Yeah.
From a consumer's perspective, how many consumers would view those as the same thing? Versus view those as entirely different business models and different business goals and outcomes that you desire.
It depends.
Because when I think massage, I think relaxing, I think sauna, I think spa.
Right.
And when I think chiropractor, I think getting my back fixed, getting,
And for me, I think of massage as another way, an alternative to chiropractic or another way to do pain relief.
Right, but is it a cheaper way? Is it just a different way? Do you know what I'm saying? You'd have to understand those psychographics before you could even add that as an option and have it make sense. And you'd have to understand, do your current customers or potential customers around you, how do they really view those two? Because they may go, oh, well, this is just a cheaper way to get it done. And that's what they care about with the massage. So then it's like, if you're not cheaper, you're wasting your energy offering it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's really understanding. It goes back to understanding that consumer behavior, I feel like.
Yeah. No, I agree. And these are all the kind of conversations that no one wants to have.